What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the best lists that you can target right now in your wholesale real estate business using Propstream. If you all are interested in Propstream, check my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial using my link. So right now in this economy with interest rates and tariffs and everything in the government, and let's not make this video political, but these things do matter and affect mortgage rates, which in turn affects wholesale real estate. Now, I've noticed that right now there is a looming threat of tariffs being implemented. And once tariffs are implemented, the cost of housing goes up, which in turn makes people buy houses less, which in turn increases, quote unquote, the price of homes, um, because homes are more expensive. But at the same time, if there's no demand, prices go down. But another thing that happens is that if things are getting expensive and there's a slowdown in the market, what the Fed does is that they lower interest rates, which has some sort of a relation to mortgage rates, and mortgage rates actually go down. And so tariffs, they bring a threat to the stock market. And so when there's a threat on the stock market and recession is looming, then investors, they put their money in 10-year treasury bonds. I know this is complicated, but in turn, if tariffs actually happen, you should be worried as a real estate investor. So, and as a wholesaler. So in today's video, I'm going to have a separate video just explaining tariffs and how it affects wholesaling real estate. But in today's video, let's concentrate on the best list that you can target. So I'm going to pull up my Propstream right now and just show you all the best list. So right now I'm on this website where it talks about how U.S. foreclosure activity increases in January 2025. So it's up 8% from prior month, but it's down 7%. So it has slowed down actually over last year. And this is actually post-pandemic, but it is up 8%. So there is some movements happening. So I think a lot of this 8% is probably coming from when the Fed increased interest rate, which in turn increased mortgage rates. And so like you have these people from maybe post-pandemic, the 2022 purchasers, or the 2023 or 24, that now they got these houses at 7-8% mortgage rates, but they can't pay the mortgage. And so now you're starting to see an increase in most likely some of these buyers. Now, how do you target this list on Propstream? So I'm on Propstream right here, and I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. All you have to do is go right here on filter. And once again, if you're interested in Propstream, check my link down below. And you can just click right over to pre-foreclosure. And it gives you a list of 372 properties right here that you can target. Now, the other thing that you can do is that, let's say you don't want to do this list. Let's say you want to clear this list, clear filter. What you can do is you can go down here to pre-foreclosure and bank owned. Now, from here, you can include any, and you can go into more details about the pre-foreclosure. And you can just click include pre-foreclosure. And you can put notice of default, auctions, and all these different ones that may apply to what you're looking at. So that's one list that I would target right now in my wholesale real estate business. Now, another list that you can target, I like to go to Old Faithful. And Old Faithful are vacant properties that are not occupied. Now, you can kind of look for these lists right here. So, for example, they have tire landlord list, they have vacant land, and they have vacant properties. But what we're going to do, we're going to combine vacant properties with actually owners that don't live in the property. Or, I mean, if they're vacant, they don't live there. But like these are houses that the deed doesn't have the owner live in the same area or like live in that house. Because yeah, a property can be vacant, but it can be vacant because of foreclosure, or it can be vacant because of whatever reason, and that person may or may not live there. But you're trying to find vacant properties that landlords own. And so, yeah, you can click all of these lists, but let's go down this list and I can show you exactly how you pull this list. So you can go to property details right here. And then from property details, You can put in, I like to keep it residential, so I like to click residential. You can put the bedrooms, the number of units if you want to do a specific type. They also have this AI feature on Propstream that you can, it can kind of guesstimate the property condition based off different factors. You know, AI is taking over the world and everything. And then from there, owner information and occupancy. So it's not owner occupied and it's vacant. Boom. So we're already down to 4,700. And then years of ownership, I always like to put years of ownership. I like to do it at least maybe 7 years because I want to do pre-pandemic levels. And then if you want to be absentee owner and you want them to be out of the state, that even increases it even more. Like it makes it more specific. I mean, so out of state are people who don't live in Arizona and maybe they own a property in Arizona and they totally just let it be. They didn't really take care of it. They may be more motivated than other people. Now, another thing that you should think about is that sometimes they may include like companies, big corporations, and they have systems in place and they may not care if the property's out of state. And so they're fine with managing it. One thing that you can help with that is just like make sure it's an individual that owns the property. And then you can do number of properties owned. If you don't want to be a big family owned business, you can be like, okay, max properties owned, let's say like 10 properties. And then on top of that, you can put out of state. Now, this is probably going to go down a lot. So 440. Now, this is very, very specific. One more thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to value and equity. And you can just scroll down or you can click right here. Value and equity. I want it to have some sort of equity. I'm just going to put 30% right here. And it's 436 properties that you can target. Now, if you don't want to include out of state or max properties owned, it brings it down to brings it up to 959. And then individual, because there are some corporations that are still like I can own a LLC and just put a rental property in it. So that may include me, and I'm a small time investor. So you don't have to include it. And you have 1782 properties here that you can target. So this is a really good list that I would target in my real estate wholesaling business. Now, the next type of list I would target is if we go down here, another property is just like properties that are owned by older people who may have a house that is too big for them and they want to downsize, or properties that have been owned for so long. And so because a lot of my deals came from those type of people, and so it can be owner occupied for sure. So what we're going to do, we're going to clear the filter again, but we are going to keep it residential. You can even specify the bedroom size. So if you're going for bigger houses, you can do that. But we're not going to do anything there. Association, intelligence. I don't want it to be on the market. So that's one thing that you can do on all of your list. Ownership information. It doesn't matter if it's any, but I'm going to make sure it's yes. And then years of ownership. Years of ownership, I want it to be a good amount. Let's put like, I want to put like 17 years for some reason. 17 years is speaking to me. So 17 years ownership. Now, most of these properties will be, how can I say it? Like high equity, because if you own a property for 17 years, you probably have a ton of equity in it. Minimum or maximum properties owned, let's put 5 properties. Let's actually put 4. Because it is owner occupied, so it doesn't have to be. Let me see what that does make a huge difference actually. Any. Let's just put any. Max properties owned. And then from there, you can include unknown sales date. That's good to include sometimes. And then estimated equity, we're going to go larger. Let's go to like 50%. Now, this is a huge list, 64,000 properties. And you can just layer it, maybe go do the first 1,000, or you can go to a specific region. Let's say you want to go to Tempe, Arizona. I'm thinking Spanish, Tempe, right? Okay, Tempe, Arizona. You can go right here, go to Mesa or Gilbert or Guadalupe, wherever you want to go. And so those are the lists that I would target using Propstream in my real estate wholesaling business. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you had any questions, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below.